Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. I think that this is actually a pretty good pick for the next Dokkan Fest. It seems like the next Dokkan Fest here is actually going to be Super Android 17. What I imagine this is probably going to be is a fusing, like normal Android 17 and then Hellfighter 17 into Super 17. He probably will have a Ki Blast super attack absorbing mechanic as well. This could be pretty good. So we'll go over what this means. Keep in mind that this celebration is going to be rather short. Saiyan Day is in 2 weeks, right? I think that the Super 17, by the way, will probably release on the 6th. Probably when we're going to see this guy release. They don't typically release, unless, I mean, he could release on Friday, I guess. But we will see what's going to happen, right? And remember, the next Dokkan Fest is Saiyan Day, which is on March 18th. So, okay, let's just read what this says here. So, masterpiece created by 2 geniuses, defeat the ultimate android. Please look forward to the new stage. Okay, perfect. Again, Super 17 is going to be the next Dokkan Fest. This is good. Okay, dude, the last villain TUR was AGL Cell in April of 2022. That was the last villain TUR we received. I do think that Super 17 is a good pick here. I'll go over the reasons why, right? Number one, GT bosses is a criminally, just like this category needs to be buffed. There's literally a burst mode up. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. There's a burst mode up, and I was just saying how I don't know that it's possible to get the score with GT bosses. Maybe with this character, it now would be able to, be happening. But androids as well. I assume that this character is going to be heavily built around the android category team. So again, here's exactly why this is good. Because this could tie several characters together well. Int, LR Perfect Cell, and AGL Perfect Cell potentially could work very well on this team, right? Like if this 17 and 17, again, what this should be, for some reason, GT Android 17 is the only GT character that's also like a Dragon Ball Z character who doesn't have GT in his name. He's the only one. Every other character, it's like Goku GT, right? Vegeta GT. This guy is the only one who doesn't actually have GT in his name. So it's going to be him, and I assume it's going to be Hellfighter 17. I think releasing Hellfighter 17 as a banner unit could be a really good idea, right? Hopefully, again, it seems like this is going to probably be based around the Android category, so I would want them to just fill out this Android team, right? Give us, 17 and 17 as the, fusing Dokkan Fest, and then Hellfighter 17, I think, could be the banner unit, which could be pretty good, right? Now, there's a couple other things to talk about. Again, remember, we do have AGL Cell and in LR Cell, and don't forget, we have the Gammas as well. Like, the Android team seriously will be very good. Like, not like dicking around or any nonsense like that. Like, this team actually will be very good, because the Gammas are still crazy. And AGL Cell, he's not the greatest until he goes perfect. The same with Int Perfect Cell. But, like, if you transform this guy and have this guy at perfect together, like, that rotation is still dominant, right? So this is, I do like this. We need villains. This can turn the Android team, I think, into a top, well, I don't want to give it a top number, but it's going to turn it into a top tier team, we can say, right? So what can Super 17 look like? This is one of the saddest releases in Dokkan history. Literally, right? Like, 2 releases after this guy, they introduced the different types of attacks. And then, because it went Super 17, then Kid Gohan came a week and a half later, and then was Tech Gogeta, who introduced nullifications and different super attack typings, which is stupid because this guy should have a Ki Blast absorption nullification. So I think that the Super 17 we're going to get here is going to have Ki Blast Nullification, which could be pretty good, right? There's going to be fights where that's going to be very useful. Now, I don't anticipate this guy is going to be very good. I'm just going to tell y'all right now, we're too far away from when this guy came out, right? May of 2021, I feel like there's some spots where maybe this guy could be okay, but it's just his kit is very weird, and he's not going to be overly powerful. I mean, dude, this asshole is getting no defense. I mean, when you have characters that are getting 0 defense from their super attack effects these days, you think you're going to be running this guy in top tier content? Probably not. I don't think that this guy will be saved unless the Super 17 that drops is like Path to Power Kid Goku. If that's the case, then this guy actually probably could be saved. If they have some sort of crazy support like that, which hopefully they will. I think that this upcoming 17 could be the best TUR, right? The class of TURs right now is Kid Goku and the Gammas, for sure. I want that Super 17 to at least be on their level. Now, one thing we should look at here, let's look at the links. So here's 3 different Super 17 characters. Now, for some reason, there's these SRs, right? One of them is 17, the other's Hellfighter 17. They do have big bad bosses, right? But the DOKKANFEST Super 17 does not have big bad bosses, and neither does the LR. Fuse Fighter? Do we want them to have Fuse Fighter? I mean, Fuse Fighter's made a little bit of a comeback with the Blue Fusions and AGL Blue Gogeta's EZA, but I would much rather he's rocking big bad bosses. Fear and Faith, Android Assault, big bad bosses, Nightmare, GT, Fierce Battle, and then like Shocking Speed, and we're cooking, right? So yeah, literally just give him big bad bosses and Shocking Speed right here, and we're juicing. That's good. That would be really, really solid, right? Because again, remember, I believe this is going to be an Android like team and stuff like that. So the other thing I can point out too, this should be our EZA character right here. So the 2 oldest DOKKANFEST characters that need the EZA are this guy and STR Jiren, right? So I think that they could EZA this guy, which is going to be nuts. This guy is going to be goddamn nutty. I feel like it's going to be tough for them to fumble him, man. He's probably going to be really good. So if this guy shows up, he could be a nice buff to the Android category team for sure, right? Do I still have 17 pulled up? Yeah, let's look at Android 17. Oh, yeah. Android 17 is completely dead. Okay. Yeah, he's completely dead. This is trash. There's nothing here. So this guy could become a very powerful EZA. I imagine we'll probably get him, like March 9th or 10th or something like that. This guy will probably EZA. And then I assume Jiren will EZA probably with some sort of Tournament of Power celebration coming up. Hopefully it would be like some, powerful UI Goku or something like that. Maybe for Tanabata or something. Who knows, right? We would see. But this guy should be getting his EZA. So very quickly, you could see how the Android team could be crazy. You could have the new, fusing Super 17, this guy, the Gammas, AGL Cell, Imperfect Cell, right? Like, you have several different combos that could be available. They give us, like, a strong banner unit, right? And then also, there's this. This is the current story event right here, for the Ultimate Android Saga, the Super 17 Saga. There are 4 free-to-play characters in here that don't even have TUR Awakenings. This is a Hellfighter 17, there's GT Android 18, and then we have GT Cell and Frieza. Now, in particular, the free-to-play GT Cell and Frieza, I've always liked these characters. I mean, dude, look at this guy. This GT Frieza, he's a Wicked Bloodline unit. This could be a nice, like, cooler team buff right here. And then this GT Cell, again, for, like, androids, like, these guys could be interesting, man. So it's like, if they gave us some awakenings for this, that now would be the perfect time to do this, right? Sort of add some awakenings for these characters to this story event right here. I think would be a massive W. And then before you know it, the Android team again is turned into, I think, would have a pretty competitive roster, because I do think it's a good thing that the 8th anniversary did not have massive power creep like the 7th anniversary. Give it a little time. Let's bring some of these teams back up to par. I do think we should get a new hardest stage in the game, but it shouldn't be double the strength of Cell Max, right? Like, you know, make a boss that's a bit harder than him to make as, you know, the current, like, standard, but without, like, really exploding power creep. They could do that, right? But I think it's a good thing. So now we can build up a lot of these teams back up to this level. And with characters like the Gammas and LR Cell, Androids is in a pretty good position. So let me know what you guys think. Again, I am very pleased with this. You know, we're coming off of the 8th anniversary with some really hyped characters. We had the Blue Fusions and stuff like that. We had, you know, so many consecutive hero class characters, right? We had, you know, the STR Carnival Goku. We had Yamcha. We had the Gammas and Kid Goku. It is time for us to get some villains. I think we could see a villain here. I expect God Goku is Saiyan Day Superclass. But then I think the start of April could be a villain Dokkan Fest. We'll see what the LR is in the middle of April. And then we'll have another villain Dokkan Fest probably for Golden Week at the end. So we could have several strong villain characters coming up here. I'm really hoping one of them could be like a future, like a Goku Black to help out Fusion Zamasu and those type of characters. But we'll see what's going to happen. So, let me know what you guys think about Super 17 being the next Dokkan Fest. Again, I do think this is a W. I see a nice spot opening up for this guy. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.